consolidation, nice falling sloping trend line, the break, the retest. So these are all areas to start to buy, higher probability areas. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another trading day, and I will look today at cryptocurrencies staying in the buying zone at the sweet spot levels but still consolidating. I also have a look at upcoming forex trades and some currency strength. If you look at the XRP, still bouncing right at the sweet spot levels. Remember, now we had this long lower shadow, the hammer candle. I said you wait for the retracement of the halfway mark. Now, will it work as a trade? I don't know. All I'm saying is those kind of things do come back to these sweet spot levels, the halfway marks levels, most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. If you go to the 4-hour chart, you still see the little channel. You can move these lines now. This is what makes it very difficult. You can say there and there and there. We had it originally here and say, right, let's stick there. We did get the break last week, didn't do much after that. If you look at the dailies, you can still see the trend has turned bearish, and that is very tough buying in that bear trend. You see, while this trend was bearish here, it started to run and then faded out until it eventually changed over, but then again faded. So very difficult reading this at this stage, but good place to look for longs. You know, it's a much better place than buying right up there. At least we are on a retracement level. We are getting quite, 30-40 cents cheaper into that, so it means we can trade a little bit bigger also. So be aware still, but we are bouncing off the sweet spot level on XRP. Now, waiting for a specific great entry, that's the tough part. That's why I said in the beginning that it's still consolidating, so it's a very difficult thing. Yes, I did nibble on the breakouts for sure, as I've said, and that is where I started to get in. We are at break even at this stage, same levels, but still looking strong at the halfway mark here. Not spotting an end of day reversal pattern. I'm very wary because of this trend changing bearish there. Solana, similar scenario, also changing bearish. We saw on the weekly charts, we saw the retest here. I've pointed out the retests. The daily charts bouncing strongly for the last 2 days. You can see Saturday, Sunday and Monday. It's not looking that bad at all. If you go to the 4-hour charts, consolidation, nice falling sloping trend line, the break, the retest. So these are all areas to start to buy, higher probability areas. No guarantees that it will work. This is not financial advice. That's purely what I'm doing and looking at. So that's Solana, also at the long lower shadow, the sweet spot level, finding support there. Bitcoin, strong day, wiping out all the losses of the weekend. It's busy engulfing 4 days, 5 days. So I would love to see a nice strong close. This would be a very nice one. If I can get this to close back above 99, above 100, it's a big ask. I know it's a big ask, but that would rip the bear's heart out, and that's what we're after at this stage. So we still have this falling sloping trend line and still testing. We haven't seen the halfway mark test here on this one. The problem with this one was, for me, didn't take out the liquidity here. Didn't run the stops there. All the others did run the stops on the recent lows. This one did not. But okay, it is strong. Bitcoin is much stronger than the rest of the cryptos at this stage. Look at the stochastic. This is the worrisome part. Start to stay down there, actually showing some weakness coming in. But I'm still betting on the bullish patterns. I'm still betting on the retest. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small bodied candles. If this can wrap around it now in a big way, that's our cue to keep going with this. Before we continue, thank you for today's sponsor, Inkasu. Do you struggle with customer queries that takes up all your time? Contact Inkasu to help transform your website customer focus with an integrated AI staff member. For more info, check out the link in the description. If you look at Ethereum, still caught in this channel. If you look at the daily charts, you can see the long lower shadow. We did not do the halfway mark here. Actually, I can say almost, it did do the halfway mark, but it wasn't confirmed by structure in the history. So here is the halfway mark. If you look at the shadow there, that is the halfway mark. I haven't tested really there, but I was more keen on these levels, so I'm not that keen on this one here. However, if I look at this channel here forming, not a bad setup, not a bad setup at all. Problem comes in, it's not really at a strong level. Though it got very close to the 50% levels. But let's see, Ethereum should follow the rest of the markets. Chainlink, strong bounce off last night. We see the channel here also. If I go back to the long lower shadow, the halfway mark, here we are testing that halfway mark, right at structure here. It's about to break dailies and 4-hour charts. So this is something to look at. I like this one a lot. Problem, bearish trend. Another problem on the dailies, bearish trend. So be nimble. The trends are sort of rolling over, not getting confirmed. I mean, as the trend rolled over, we got this very bullish pattern. So they're not in agreement. So just be nimble, not going in too big. Cardano, channel, same channel. Dailies, long lower shadow, 50% marks. Look at this daily candle busy forming. So tomorrow morning, we can get a nice strong bullish engulfing out of this maybe. Well, that would be a very good buying opportunity, but I'll still stay very nimble because of this. I will just nibble a little bit on this one because it's definitely still strongly bearish here. But the pattern is consolidating. We have to use the opportunities to get in at the lower end of the patterns. That's lower risk trades and lower priced. If you then move on to some Forex pairs that I'm spotting now suddenly, being very quiet on Forex over the last week or so. If you look at the Euro US, if you look at my currency strength indicator up there, Euro, I'm definitely looking for something on the Euro on the short side. You know, these red ones, Pound, Swiss, and Euro. I'm trying to be long on the Yen, the CAD, and the Aussie. But specifically this morning, I'm finding very good correlations on the Euro, Yen. That's the big one I'm looking at. That's the next one. But Euro US is also a way of getting in. We're starting to see a little bit of strength coming back in the dollar, but not convincing. But I'm looking for a Euro short and a Yen long. Now, I've got two potential Euro shorts and one Yen long, and then similarities on the Euro at this stage. So Euro US, we're starting to see a little bit of a top reversal here. Trend turning bearish. Last directional swing from there to there, retracement back to the 50-61%, right a structure there, see where we pick it up, and I'm sure there's in the history still more, but resistance, support, resistance, support. So when the market gets there, it will have to make a decision. If it cuts right through, I will not do anything, but if I can get resistance there with a nice top reversal on candles or anything that you like to use as an entry level or an entry strategy, that would be great applying it at those levels. Similar scenario on the Euro Yen, support becoming resistance. Just outside the 50 to 60, that's the little bit of a worrisome part, but Euro, black sheep, bottom of the pile, Yen, all the sparkle. Quite surprised that the Yen wants to be this strong. So I'm always worried being long on the Yen because, you know, they step in any moment and just wipe out all the profits. But okay, this is where I need to be short, long Yen, short Euro, retracement back to the support resistance level, right, well, almost at the 50% level. That's the area I'm going to look for something. Then onto the FTSE, on the weaker pound here. So we got the weaker Euro, which will influence the DAX, but the DAX is it's not tradable at this stage for that matter. I don't see any patterns there. So yes, I would love to stay on the Euro there, but the FTSE still on the pound, still on the weak side. It's a little bit stronger than the Euro, but it's the only index that I can find that I can really do something based on a weaker currency. And is this little consolidation, little breakout there, that would definitely get me to look at some long potential setups here. Trend definitely bullish. US markets under pressure, that's the only worrisome part. So I would love to see the dollar also weakening. That would give us a clear-cut direction on the stock markets. But at this stage, the dollar is a little bit against us, but still in the bottom four, still slightly bearish. I'm staying dollar bearish as far as I can. So this one, based on the weaker pound, breakout there, that's something I will look at. But guys, trading isn't just about my insights. Please fill up the comments below this video, and you can support this channel by checking out all the links in the description. Thank you for joining me today on this trading journey. Remember that trading carries risk, so don't forget to trade responsibly. Never ever trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Can't wait to see my next video. Until then, trade well.